Hello viewers at home, this is Jesse from the Knife Shift, locking in. This is 5-minute reviews, starting now. Okay, so the movie that I watched for the first time ever, it's a little movie called Sleepaway Camp. So this movie I had heard quite a bit about. It's known as a film that came out shortly off of the success of Friday the 13th, along with a bunch of other films, and I had heard quite a bit about it, but I just hadn't gotten around to it yet, and it was on Shudder. So I checked it out, and it was okay. I know there's a lot of diehard fans. I'm sure it's a different experience watching it back then as opposed to watching it now with all these other options. I just want to point out something big that may or may not have affected how I felt about the movie is I'm not going to spoil anything. I don't want to ruin the movie, but I have to say that there is a twist in the movie. I'm not going to say what that is, but I did know about the twist before going into the movie. That was what a lot of the buzz was about. That's what the film is known for, is, oh, well, the twist at the end is crazy, and it is, and it works. You can still watch the film knowing the twist, and it still works, which is good. That's how you know you have a good twist. My issue with the film wasn't the twist. My issue with the film was after they reveal the twist, the movie just ends. It ends right there. They don't even finish the movie. It does, like, the climax of the film happens, or it starts to happen, it builds, and you're like, okay, this is the climax, everything's gonna go crazy from here, and the twist is revealed, and then freeze frame, credits, and they don't finish the movie. Which I thought was the strangest thing. I'm like, you didn't finish the movie. Jonas, the other half of the Knife Shift, did tell me that there's a sequel. There's a couple of them, I guess. And he's like, well, you gotta watch the sequels. Okay. But I don't know if that gives the first one a pass for not finishing the movie. Like, okay, if they're gonna explain it further, or not explain it further, but they're gonna go further and resolve that in the sequel, cool. But in my opinion, it doesn't make it okay that they just finished the first one there. Some of the things I liked about the movie was I don't know, it definitely didn't bore me. It kept me interested. Some of the kills were a bit ridiculous, but you go into some of these films, or films like these, expecting that, so it wasn't a big deal. There were a couple of kills that were off color for who the killer was. A lot of the kills, once it's revealed who the killer is, were understandable. Like, pretty much all of the kills were those people were directly responsible for being mean to, or putting down physically or in some way, shape, or form the killer. Like, they were responsible for doing bad things. And then at one point, there's just some kids in sleeping bags, and they get murdered. And it happens kind of off screen, but it's just so out of character for the killer, at least based on the other kills. Never before that does the killer ever just kill people because. So I thought that was, especially like innocents. So I thought it was kind of weird that happened. Like, maybe it was added in later, like they needed to up their kill count. I don't know. Or maybe they just thought it would be scary and put it in. I don't really understand that. Jonas made the argument that these B movies aren't really supposed to be taken seriously. But to a degree, you have to, if you write your characters one way, they want me to believe it, right? Like, they want me to believe this character. I don't know. I mean, it's too big of a cop-out to just be like, yeah, it's a B movie, so it doesn't have to make sense. I'm not buying it. Like I said, the twist definitely works, and it definitely gives the movie replay value. So, I'm glad that I watched this movie. Will I watch it again? Probably not. Will I watch any of the sequels? Not on my own time. Maybe if Jonas makes me. There were a lot of things that were bad, but I knew it was going to be bad. It comes with the territory. But that's not what I'm talking about here. Some of the characters were pretty good. The owner of the camp is like this thuggish mob guy. Like, he looks like he retired from the mob, and he's always smoking a cigar, and he just trying to cover up the murders to keep the camp running. I thought that was a good character. Overall, it wasn't too bad. It was just slightly below average for me. And if I was to give it a rating out of 6 knives, I would probably give it 2.5 knives out of 6. Just slightly below average for me. It was okay, but it didn't do much for me. And, you know, part of it might be because I already knew that twist going in. And I strongly believe that watching things without them being spoiled first definitely affects how much you appreciate it. And unfortunately, I didn't have that going for me. But the movie was the movie, and I made it through, and, you know, it wasn't too bad. There could have been worse things. Sorry to all you diehard fans out there that are screaming at me. It's my opinion. Everyone's got their own. And, you know, Jonas obviously likes this movie more than I did. But Jonas also hasn't seen it in a long time. So take that for what you will. Go see the movie yourself. If you like B movies, then just watch it. You're gonna like it. Most of the movies that I like are more grounded and serious, like The Strangers and Final Destination and that sort of thing. So I get it. You know, some people are going to like this a lot more. Well, this has been 5-minute reviews. Clocking out of the knife shift. You guys, be careful out there.